We want to thank you because all this week you've written such powerful emails about our series on caring for the aging parents we all love. Russell from Georgia wrote, "The car, the house, the finances, there is no easy way to tell your parents that these cherished bits of independence are off limits." And Carol from Washington State said, "People don't understand how hard this is on the caregiver." So tonight, a special person of the week. Caregivers seeking to provide dignity and love. Help from Cokie Roberts.
Sue and Skip Holcroft are just two of the more than 20 million people struggling to take care of their children and their aging parents.
How hard is that balancing act?
That is tough because you're constantly running. You know, you're from your job to try to take care of Dad, to try to make it to a wrestling match.
Kids in their fancy cars.
And last year, when Sue's dad, John, wrecked his car, it got even more difficult.
Having your dad alone is terrifying, basically.
It is.
But her father obstinately refused to go anywhere.
They talked about you moving to...
Yeah, one of them old folks' homes.
And why don't you like that?
Because they're all old people over there. And I'm only 84.
For months, Sue suffered sleepless nights not knowing where to turn. Finally, they found a solution. Hundreds of services are cropping up around the country like Home Instead, a senior care company that now sends someone to visit John for a few hours a day who can help with chores and provide comfortable conversation at a price, a little more than $20,000 a year, paid for with his savings. And it's considerably less than the average price of a nursing home at more than $80,000 a year or assisted living at almost $40,000. And for other people who want to stay at home but need help, there's another movement out there. It's called The Village. Neighbors get together and form a community clearinghouse of sorts. Seniors can call a hotline and a volunteer comes to help with everything from rides to the grocery to fixing the faucets.
I often think that what gets older people down about living in their own homes are the little things, like who's going to shovel your snow.
Susan McWhinney Morse is a member of Beacon Hill Village in Boston. And as of tonight, there are 50 villages for seniors across the nation and more than 600 in development. Not only is Susan glad for the helping hands, so is her very relieved daughter.
I certainly am grateful because I have a young child that I'm not needing to take her grocery shopping all the time, or I don't have to take her to the doctor appointment.
So even if one day your parents do end up in a nursing home, there can be great comfort in knowing that for as long as possible, they had time in the place they want to be, home.
It's kept him in his home, and that's what he wants.
He said he'd go out toes up.
Yeah. Yes, feet first in a pine box, I believe is how he put it.
And Cokie is here now. How often that sentiment has probably been spoken in so many houses. But what have you learned about it?
Well, you know, the difference between our generation and any generation before us is there are experts out there who can help us. And calling on their expertise is really useful. We went to an elder care consultant, and she found the perfect place for my mother-in-law. But you know, the other thing, Diane, I think that as we talk about this process, the thing to never forget is the joy in it. I mean, the great joy that I have when I see my mother with my grandchildren is really special.
It's a great thing. Thank you, Cokie, and this is a journey we're all taking together,
right.
Families across America.